In this session, I'm going to tell you about the application technologies. The planning process is the main thing in any enterprise or organization, isn't it? Now you are the one who is going to decide how these data has to be segregated. What is this cross-functional enterprise system? Why do you need these? Hello students, welcome to the next session of Management Information System. I'm Dr. Soumeshri from Department of Computer Science, Vidhyaashram, first grade college. Let's welcome this session. In this session, I'm going to tell you about the application technologies, the applications which can be used in the information system or management information system. Let's start this session. The first thing you need to know is the computer-aided planning tools. We have certain tools for assisting the management in the organization or in the enterprise to assist in decision making or planning or executing, whatever it is. Each step will be assisted by the computer-based technologies. Let's see what are they. The first thing is the computer-aided planning tool, or you can simply call it as CAP tool. Okay. The planning process is the main thing in any enterprise or organization, isn't it? Without a proper planning, none of the business can run successfully. So, we need a planning process that can be quite difficult because all the success of business depends on the proper planning or a perfect planning in a business, which is quite a difficult task and also time consuming. Apart from this, another problem is once you finished planning and started executing this plan, changing the plan after finding that this plan may not work as we have thought, at that time it will be difficult to revert back to the planning and change the planning. You can't change the planning after it starts execution. That is why planning is the most important thing which must be properly done to get a success in the business. Okay. So for this, the organizations has the mentality of we don't have time to plan. If there is a failure in the plan, they said that we didn't get a time to get a proper plan. So it will make an excuse for using a formal planning process, because we say that we don't have a time to make a plan, which makes it more necessary to have a structured plan or formal planning process. You need to have the formal planning process which assists in executing a proper plan in the business. So vendors have developed a computer-aided planning tools to help ease the burden of the planning to the top level management. You have, as you already know, planning is usually done by the top executives, right? This process results in an enterprise model. It will have an enterprise model which defines the structures and relationship of business process, how different departments are interrelated, how they need the cooperation process, how you can make the enterprises to cooperate or various departments to cooperate with each other. And data elements must be included while planning as well as the other planning structures. There are minor plans, major plans, issue-based plans which depends or which are combined together to make a proper planning. Okay. So, This is the planning structure. Who is going to help all these things? As I said, planning is a difficult and time-consuming process. That means you need to have some assistant or some helpers which can help you in this process. Who is going to help you in this process? Developing an enterprise model for planning. You need a proper enterprise model to help the planning for a business in the starting point. When you are at the beginning stage of the business, you need some assistant to make a proper plan, isn't it? You may be alone who is running a business, or you may be having a partner, or you may be having a set of directors in the council, or anybody may be there, but you need somebody who completely assists you in making a proper planning. Okay? So, what is the need of the CAP or computer-aided planning tool is it helps in strategic data planning process. What is this strategic data planning process? So, this is a process which helps in planning in a business related to the data or information coming in the business. It is not about the business, whether you have to get a material from this supplier or you have to sell this to this consumer. That plan is not assisted by the CAP tools. It is the planning related to the data, which is called as the data planning process. In this, data are used, or we have to categorize the data and organize the data, and you have to decide how you are going to store the data in an enterprise. Maybe related to products, maybe related to employees, maybe related to marketing. You know about the different departments of the business, right? So how do you organize these data? How do you segregate the data? Computer just dumps all the data into your server. Now you are the one who is going to decide how these data has to be segregated, how you need to union it, how to make it a group of data, and how to store it and use it for the processing. This is all about the data planning process. So the MIS or the information system has a tool which helps you in making a strategic data planning process. Okay? The data administration person uses the enterprise modeling. So this enterprise modeling helps in strategic data planning process, which helps them to develop a variety of data models for the organization. So this helps in making data models for the organization. Okay. The benefits of strategic information system or IS planning. Let's check. What is the benefit of using these tools for the strategic planning? The process of strategic information system, you need a strategic information system planning that can help an organization, which will help an organization achieve the significant advantages without using a planning process. If you execute your or store your data in the database, and with a proper planning, you will store the data. Which is more beneficial is the data which is stored with the proper strategic planning. It will be more beneficial. Okay. The business firms or organizations have found that the strategic planning helps achieve the benefits such as been listed here. First thing is pinpoints the ways to achieve the competitive advantage. It is more advantageous to an enterprise when compared to the competitors who are not using the CAP tools. So pinpoints the way to achieve the competitive advantage by using the information system as a strategic weapon. So we use the CAP tools for making the strategic planning, which gives a benefit over the other competitors who are not using this strategic planning tools. Okay. Along with that, it stimulates. What it will do is, it stimulates the creative use of information system. How you can creatively use the information system technology, and it encourages innovation. It encourages having new plans, new strategies, new policies. All these can be set with the help of the CAP tools. It is applied to the needs of the organization. It is applied to the needs, what we need to do in the organization. Okay. Along with that, it redeploys. What it will do is, it redeploys financial and human resources to the most important and strategic information system projects for the business. That means it helps you in deploying or including the financial related details and human resource details to the most important and strategic information systems. So, it helps in the planning of the strategic data for running a project in the business. Okay. Along with that, it establishes, what it will do is, it establishes priority and time frames. It establishes the priority and time frames for the development of information system in the future. So, planning using the CAP tool gives you a provision of adding new technologies and new tools to the current information system without much change. Otherwise, as the time moves on, say I have implemented the information system in my organization today, after 5 years, there are newer technologies which work better than what I have implemented. Now, what I have to do? One thing is, I need to adjust with this current system, what I am using. Okay, I am okay with it. No problem, I will use this only. But instead, what you can do with the little changes, you can include some more technologies. You can include some more time frames, some more products which can support your current system. So, this current system will upgrade to the new one, which gives you the benefit of the current system in a minimum cost. You need not to spend too much about that. With a minimum cost, you can achieve the upgrading of the current information system. Okay, the proper CAP tool will help you in all these things, establishes priorities and time frames for the development of information system in the future. That means you can easily upgrade to the new information system. Okay. Next, move on to the cross-functional enterprise system. What is this cross-functional enterprise system? Why do you need these cross-functional information system or enterprise system? It is the integration of the enterprise as emerged as the critical issues for organization. So, integration of the different departments in an enterprise or multiple enterprise branches, like one organization may have multiple branches. How do you integrate these branches? Will be the main competitive advantage. Okay, integration of the enterprise is a critical issue for organizations. It is a critical issue for organizations in all business sectors. Wherever you go, integration of the branches and making it work together is the critical issue that must be implemented in all the branches of the information system or the business. Okay, integration is the key to success. When you have more than one branch for your enterprise, you need to make it work together. You need to integrate these two branches. Suppose you have 2 branches or 3 branches of your organization. You need to integrate these things. Otherwise, what happens? We don't know what is happening in those 2 branches. If I know, if I go to that place, I can get to know what is happening in that. Otherwise, I'll not get a clear picture of what is happening in that branch. I have to go there by myself and check what is happening here now and what are the changes I need to do. Is there any fraud happening in the organization? Is somebody stealing the money or cheating me by making some frauds? All those things will not be known to us unless we are linked to it. How do we link the branches? Is through the integration of the information system. That branch has an information system. The third branch has an information system. So we integrate the first, second and third branches of the enterprises. So integrity is the key to success. It is the key to unlocking information. It acts as a key for unlocking the information and making it available to any user, anywhere, anytime. It is available to any user, anywhere, anytime. Even though I am working from home, today as we know, everything is happening by work by home, isn't it? What I can do is, I can use the data, I can access the data, or I can process the data by sitting anywhere, anytime. Any user of any branch, we have 3 branches, any user, anywhere, anytime, he can use the server to make the changes or to do anything. Like we have the bank server, isn't it? Today, all the branches of the banks are integrated, isn't it? So you can draw the money from anywhere in the nation, isn't it? Within the country, you can use any ATM which is located. Maybe your branch is in Karnataka, but you may access the ATM of SBI which has the account in Karnataka. Your account is in SBI branch of Karnataka, one of the branch in Karnataka. You can access the same amount or same account from an ATM residing in Kashmir or residing in Punjab. From anywhere, any place of the country, you can access your client account, isn't it? So that is the beauty of the integration. Why do you need integration? Without integration, you will not be able to access the account which is having the details in Karnataka, some of the branch. You can't access the Karnataka branch details from the Kashmir or from the Punjab or from Himachal Pradesh if you don't have the facility of integration of the branches. So, integration refers to cross-functional. Cross-functional is nothing but integrating the enterprise systems, different branches of the enterprise system. Okay. For this, we make use of the enterprise resource planning or ERP. We use the operating system, the equivalent of the Windows operating system for back office operations. We use usually the more popular operating system that we use most of the times in computers is the Microsoft Windows operating system, isn't it? We have so many other operating systems available, but we find that Windows is the most user-friendly operating system, which is most widely used operating system in the world. Almost every system in the world uses the Windows operating system. Along with that, you can have some other operating system working as equivalent of the Windows operating system, which helps in implementing the enterprise resource planning. It is popularly known as the ERP. Okay, the ERP is a cross-functional enterprise system. It integrates the enterprises that serves as a framework. It is a framework. It has a structure to get the integrated and which will help in automating many of the business process. Automating is nothing but systems working by themselves without the need of your interference. What you need to do is you just input the data, everything processing, storing, giving the output, everything will be done by the computer. You are not going to do anything for that. It is called as the automation of the system. So ERP is generally called as a cross-functional enterprise system that serves as a framework. We use as a framework to integrate the enterprise systems and automate many of the business process that must be accomplished, that must be added within the manufacturing, logistics, distribution, which is going to integrate. What are the branches? One is manufacturing, then logistics. Logistics is movement of the products. Then distribution. Products have been moved to different locations, different cities. Next, how do you distribute in that city? Say suppose it is Bangalore, is it Mysuru? How do you distribute the product? It is a long process, isn't it? First thing is manufacturing the product, say a pen, a mobile or anything. So it will be first manufactured. Manufacturing is not enough, isn't it? So what is the next step you have to do? Once it is manufactured, packed, every quality measurement has been, quality checks have been done and it is approved. The next thing is logistics, that is moving the products in the vehicles or some other way, any way. So moving the products to the different locations of the country or different locations of the state. That is product starting from the manufacturing unit and moving to the distributors. So once it is moved, next thing is how do you distribute these products? Suppose if you take a pen, how do you distribute these pens? How many sets of pens? There are so many hundred range of pen you have, isn't it? So what kind of pen you are manufacturing? What is the demand of this pen? How many dealers want this kind of pen? All these things will be listed out and it will be distributed among different distributors. Then accounting and finance. Once it is distributed and is distributed to the suppliers, next is to get the calculations. How many have been manufactured, how many have been sold, what was the amount that has came, how much is remained with the distributors. All these things will be done by the accounting and finance task. And human resource functions. This is all about the product. Another thing we have the human resource. The employees involved in manufacturing, logistic, distribution. Everyone may be as an employee, may be employee of our enterprise. So how do you handle the payroll and other related human resource functions of a business? Okay. So we need so many things there are so many functionalities that must be carried out in enterprise resource planning. Okay. So how do you install or implement the enterprise resource planning? The values in installing an ERP software is in two ways. One thing is ERP creates a framework. First, it will create a framework for integration, for integrating more than one system, improving their back office system. Back office system is nothing but storing of the data in the server. So how do you store the data in the database? That result in major improvement in customer service. If you have a proper data storage in the ERP, you can easily fulfill or you can easily solve the problems of the customer. You can comfortably or you can give the customer service more conveniently. And production and distribution can also be done easily when compared to the system without the ERP. So ERP makes ease the work of all these things. Okay, along with that, ERP provides vital cross-functional information. That is what I said. You can get the information of other branches very quickly and easily, and you can measure the performance of the managers and other employees by using the details given by the ERP to significantly improve their ability. Why do we need to make the appraisal of them? Why do you need to measure the quality of them is you can improve their ability by measuring their performance, how they have performed, what was their achievement. So, improves the ability. ERP helps in improving the ability of the employees to make better decisions across the enterprise. So, it will help in better decision making across the enterprise. Okay. The information resource management is the another tool that you can use in the information system. What is that tool? So, IRM has become a popular way, that is the information resource management, or IRM has become a popular way to emphasize. What you are going to emphasize? A major change in the management. So, it can help in major change in the management and mission of the information systems. So, mission of the information systems in many organizations. So, it helps in the finding out the major change in the management. If there is any change in the management process, how it can be implemented, and implementing the information system functions in the organization. All organizations may not have the information system implemented. So, the information resource management will help in successfully implementing the information system. Okay. So, it helps in managing the information system resources of an organization, which is used as a vital concept in today's business environment. So, it helps as the vital concept in the business environment because of the three major developments. What are the developments? These developments affect how enterprise management views the information system. What are the benefits the information system or the enterprise is gaining from the IRM is the most important thing. So, this is the information resource provides you the details of the information that are used. Here information are the resources, isn't it? So, information is the property, information is the resource that we can use throughout the enterprise. So, our IRM is a popular way to track the changes in the environment and working of the information system and how it can be used for getting some more profit in the business. This is all about knowing how you can get the benefits, profits from the information system that we are currently using in the enterprise. So, to know all those things, we use the information resource management. Okay. So, this is all about the ERP and the information resource management. Okay. To know more about these application technologies, we need to know the implementation of how does ERP and IRM can be used. So, these are the main application technologies that most of the enterprises are using. That is, one is the enterprise resource planning and the information resource management. In the next session, we are going to know much more about the application technologies. Thank you.